Right, I'm home from work on a quick lunch break. Apologies if the sound quality for this video is not its usual standard. I've actually got the George Foreman grill on in the background, cooking myself up some chicken for lunch, so you may hear a slight hissing in the background if you've got particularly good hearing. So apologies for that, but I had to do a quick video, and I am on a tight time scale, to discuss the fact that Shawn Porter versus Keith Thurman has been arranged and appears to be nearly confirmed. It looks like we're looking at something, a date either on March the 5th or March the 12th. So, you know, very, very much in play. It's been reported in numerous media outlets, numerous sort of boxing type reports today that the fight is all but done. Let me start by saying this is truly excellent news. You know, a real 50-50 matchup within the welterweight division, which is, you know, really, really good to see. And the winner of this fight puts themselves in a position to be considered, you know, one of the top, well, if not, you know, top 2, top 3 welterweights in the sport right now. It's, you know, a really, really good fight between two top characters within the sport. I would assume the public perception here is that Keith Thurman would be a slight favourite. He's the unbeaten fighter. He's the one who has huge charisma. He's the one who's known as the big puncher. And you'd also assume he's got the edge in boxing technical capability. I can understand why Keith Thurman would be favourite. For me though, I'm unconvinced by Keith Thurman. And I'm largely unconvinced by him because he hasn't faced a test of this nature yet. So this will be the kind of fight where he proves himself. And certainly if he goes through Shawn Porter, I'll have no hesitation in becoming very, very convinced by him. But Shawn Porter is a difficult man to beat. You know, he's very big, very strong at the weight, and he's very fit. His style of a relentless, aggressive, come-forward presser fighter could be all wrong for Keith Thurman. You know, for me, Keith Thurman is a guy who likes a bit more space and a bit more room to get his punches off. You know, I've seen him, well, I believe I've seen him uncomfortable when he's been pushed for position and pushed for time, like he was in the Colasso fight. I also have severe doubts about Keith Thurman at 147 pounds. Put simply, I'm concerned that Keith Thurman drains too much weight to get down to 147. You know, if you look at Keith Thurman and then you look at him when he's weighing in, he actually looks like a different person. He looks so drained, so alien. His physical appearance changes dramatically before a weigh-in. And I think that's possibly reflected in some of his recent performances where he's looked slightly laboured in the ring. I guess the other thing about Keith Thurman is he's a guy who, like Deontay Wilder, blasted through his first load of opponents. But as he stepped up in class, you know, fought Leonard Bundu, fought Guerrero, whilst he's still obviously carrying power, the knockouts have suddenly stopped. Yeah, I know Shawn Porter can be outboxed. He was outboxed by Kell Brook. He perhaps isn't the most refined jabber from Reigns. But what he is a guy who is going to be so strong at the weight, like a bull in there, relentlessly coming forward. And we've seen his style really overwhelm decent welterweights. You know, he really overwhelmed Devon Alexander. He really overwhelmed Paulie Malignaggi. You know, he overwhelmed Adrian Broner. He's high output, high octane, come forward, aggressive. And I just think he could be wrong for Keith Thurman. I worry about Keith Thurman in the later rounds of this fight. Yeah, we saw him get hurt by Luis Colasso, who isn't one of the biggest punchers out there. And I just think Shawn Porter's going to have a lot more than that. If I were picking a side at this point, it would be Shawn Porter. But, you know, this is a real decent fight. And, yeah, Floyd Mayweather's left a bit of a gap at welterweight. There's a lot of people out there now who are competing for that crown of being the best welterweight. Bradley, Pacquiao, these two, Kell Brook, Amir Khan, you know, Errol Spence coming through the ranks. It's a fascinating division. And this is a top class fight that's been made in it. You know, I'm really looking forward to this, and it's great news if this one gets finalised. Let me know your thoughts on this fight. Do leave a comment. Let me know who you're siding with. If you've enjoyed this video, give me the thumbs up. I'll be sure to cover this one again with a more in-depth analysis ahead of the fight itself. Thanks for watching.